Jeffrey Hyde and Paul Weaver. Oh, and they've creased their canoe in that chute, and they'll have to nurse it all the way to the finish now. I don't think they even realise that's just happened. But they'll have problems getting to the finish. Well, here's another paddler that's damaged his canoe. K1 leader Gary Meyer. Gary is expelling water from the canoe. You can see the water just coming out beside the number on the deck. Gary damaged the seal between the deck and the hull on the slide down Vanessa Ware earlier on. Well, some of the many K2 paddlers battling their way down the Liffey. 7:43, Kieran Cook and Don O'Brien, and on the left, 2:37, that's Jerry Hamilton and Brian Casey. Leixlip Lake, the leaders, Alan and Ian Tordoff, they've had a long paddle down the lake. The portage section awaits. Before that, it's under the new M4 motorway bridge. Dramatic scenes. Michael O'Mara at the Vanessa Ware. He has dominated the whitewater class right from the start at Straffan. Right of picture, top of the Ware, the leading women's K1, that's Eileen Murphy, and chasing her number 760, Michelle Barry, holder of 7 Liffey Descent women's K1 titles. The Tordoffs on the portage section at Leixlip Dam. They've hauled their canoe out of the water above the dam and run down a 500-metre path, and now they have to slide down this tricky slope to re-enter the river. And this can be a very demanding stage of the race for competitors, because they have to adjust from using their arms and upper body to using their legs, which may become a little bit stiff to say the least. A great opportunity for some crews to make up places lost on the water. Olliard and Tar go through there. Then is third placed Melvin Swallow and Alan Block. Block competed at the Olympic Games in 1992, but this is his first time at the Liffey Descent. Gary Meyer, K1 leader, between the blue K2 of Scottish paddlers Nigel and Joe Royal, and the yellow canoe is that of Morgan Cooper and Martin Hearns. And behind them, the second and third K1s of Banks and Connor, well, they're closing in on Meyer. What a race it's turning out to be. Well, the K2 leaders, having successfully re-entered the river below Leixlip Dam, their next challenge is the sluice weir, the first weir on the lower section of the river. And here it is, coming out from under the trees on the far left of the weir, the Tordoff brothers. They've opted for the easier but slower chute, and they're away. You can see the fast water route on the top left, where the river flows through a 12-foot gap where the sluice gate once stood. Husband and wife team Rory and Darrell Baum from South Africa's Lake Victoria Canoe Club. The Liffey Descent is their final race, having competed in a number of races throughout Europe, and this boat is for sale after the event. If it remains in one piece, of course. Sluice weir again. Rob Olliard and Gavin Tarr have chosen the quicker water through the sluice gate. Melvin Swallow and Alan Block have taken the slower route. We'll have to wait and see if the South Africans' bravery will result in any time advantage. Now 80% of the river flows through the sluice run, so it's a route only for the very daring K2 paddlers. Swallow and Block still making progress down the far bank. We wait for Olliard and Tarr to reappear. And there they are, there in the fast water and pulling away slightly from the English crew. But perhaps more importantly, they've boosted their confidence after that. Well, back at the portage, we have a new leader in the men's K1s. Malcolm Banks has taken advantage of Gary Meyer's problems. Gary had to stop to empty the water from his canoe and repair the damage with waterproof tape. You may be able to see the black tape at the back of his cockpit. Here's Peter Connor. He's got a problem with his rudder. Receiving plenty of encouragement there. And Fergus Cooper into the thick of it now as well. Luke and Weir, always the dilemma here for K2 crews. If they shoot it at too straight an angle, they can damage the bow. Shoot too sideways, and they might get caught in the stopper. The Tordoffs got away with it there. Ian just checking behind to see where the opposition is. And there they are. Swallow and Block have overtaken Olliard and Tarr. And they nearly got caught by the stopper there, but just get away. And the South Africans have pushed the bow way down under the water. I wouldn't be surprised if they've sustained damage after that particular manoeuvre. And from the wonderful aerial shots we're getting from our chopper camera today, we can see the different routes being chosen by the teams. Swallow and Block moving out to faster water here. Fourth place, von Mansberg and Byrne, left-hand paddle blades on the weir face to give support. Comfortably through the stopper at the bottom, and away they go, very relaxed looking indeed. A mile down river from Lucan and a Liffey weir, a straightforward slide down the fish pass for the Tordoffs. And that's nicely negotiated. Now real thrill seekers James Butler and Stephen Bagshaw over the high drop at Lucan. Number 773 Benjamin and Matthew Cochran from Johannesburg Canoe Club. It's their first time competing in the Liffey descent. The first of the two big V weirs, Wren's Nest. Straight down the V is the fastest and most rewarding course. The Tordoffs there, perfect line, no problem at all.